Some people say I overestimate my importance, so I figured I'd tell you all about the time I saved our entire generation. I genuinely get sad when I hear older people talk about how much they dislike our generation and miss the old days. Because imagine how much we must suck for people who've been through world wars, racial inequality, hyper-sexism, and the rise of fascism to be like, you guys gotta chill. This old guy mumbled it once and I became really self-conscious. I thought, wow, are we really that bad? And then it hit me. Our generation doesn't suck. Everyone is just stupid. Natural selection isn't all it's chalked up to be. But then I realized there's still a way to save ourselves. A small glint of hope. A 7-letter word. Sarcasm. See, sarcasm is like social natural selection. It weeds out all the dumb people. It eliminates people with less than ideal IQs and betters our society as a whole. I knew I was the girl who was going to save our generation in the 8th grade. Middle school is when the idiot really starts to set in. Anyhow, I was just being me, chilling out on the blacktop and being awesome, when this gremlin of a 7th grader decided to come up to me and say, "You're black." I just stared at her a moment and wondered, what would Jesus do? I took a deep breath and said, "No, I'm not black, I'm dark white." We stared at one another a moment. It was my first taste of cynicism, and it felt great. It was like shooting heroin for the first time, except without the crippling addiction, and without the needle, and the heroin. "You're not dark white," the girl murmured. "You're black." I shrugged and said, "You're not very smart, or attractive." But my mom tells me to keep obvious observations like that to myself. The girl walked away. I think she's still trying to look up the word observation in the dictionary. Anyhow, I began to twitch all over. Most people would call that having a seizure, but not I. I was in my fullest form and a raging, cynical bitch. I could slowly kill people off, one sarcastic comment at a time. I was like Robin Hood, except for the fact that I wasn't like Robin Hood at all. It was invigorating. I started saying, "No, really?" at the ends of all my sentences, and I lost all emotional depth in my voice. I was basically the Usain Bolt of witty comebacks. But I met my match a few years ago, when I realized who my worst enemy was, the proud idiot. And before you ask, I'm not talking about a right-wing conservative. I'm talking about something even worse, toddlers. I realized I had to destroy the stupid in these kids before they grew up to be another generation as their grandparents would tell chill. I started with my brother. I had to teach him what sarcasm was. It was our last hope. Toddlers like to state the obvious, ask stupid questions, and basically just annoy me. I had to kill my brother's innocence and ruin his childhood before he killed what was left of our generation's intelligence. I put him through my cynical boot camp. I showed him no love, only ended my sentences in question marks, and made him eat, sleep, and breathe snark. It just wouldn't click. He'd keep saying, "Wait, really?" And I would facepalm myself so often I'm sure I have a concussion. Then, one day, we were sitting in his room playing video games, The Amazing Spider-Man. I was mourning his stupidity when my sister, who was already beyond saving, walked in and asked, "What is this, Spider-Man?" Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost all joined in holding me back. I thought, this is the end. Our grandparents were right. Our generation really is stupid. Then to my right, my brother murmured, "No, it's Batman." We exchanged a "you did good, kid" glance. And my sister, holding her head, asked, "What was that?" "That," I said, "was the beginning of a revolution." Just kidding, it was sarcasm. And that, my friends, is how I saved our entire generation.